welcome back to Cataclysm Darkness Ahead. I'm Cataclysm and this is the town of 10 Mile, and we are back with our local psychotic Noah Green, and the day is setting on us, which is a great thing to have happening. What we did last time, we grabbed a bunch of stuff, we equipped ourselves pretty well. We did get into a couple of fights, but we managed to survive, and we dodged around some zombies that we weren't quite prepared for. So, the order of business tonight, or at least in this time, is to probably skirt around this area of the town, while take zombies out as we go, so they don't reappear, and we can loot more stuff. In terms of resources, I'd say we're doing pretty okay, although, you know, we can't exactly brush our teeth here. So, let's just get out and figure out what's going on outside. I wouldn't imagine there to be much. I believe this place down here was a gun cache. Yep, this is the place. I should probably put a proper note on this thing. Give ourselves a custom symbol. Custom symbol. How about a K? I don't think K's been used. And we'll label it guns. Of course we won't be able to see it from there, but you can see it on the map right now, the minimap at least. Now, which way is the way out? This way. I jumped in for a window, and there were some zombies to the north. Now, let's just skirt around to this house. We're at another end of a abandoned building, but that's alright. See if I can't force my way in, and hopefully not, you know, make too much noise in the process. The zombies tend to make a bunch of noise anyway, so that's no real big problem. Let's just grab our makeshift crowbar and get this thing open. Small crunch, hopefully not too loud. Those are neoprene arm sleeves. Not sure what use they might be. They don't exactly provide much in terms of storage, I don't think. Those cupboards here don't have anything, or whatever you may call them. Maple syrup. I guess this stuff lasts, but in terms of actually being able to eat it, I don't suppose you'd enjoy it very much. But I suppose we could take it. We do have plenty of volume after all. Tin can of corn? Sure, why not? Although, I'm not sure if we can actually use that. Vacuum sealer. I guess that might be useful for keeping stuff in check. Canned tuna fish. There's a funnel here. Not sure why we'd need it just yet. King James Bible. Not sure what difference it has compared to other Bibles, but we can assume it has something to do with King James. If there's one thing I can remark about these places, is that they're really, really large. These buildings are huge. A bondage suit. No thanks. Can't really judge them though, I mean, the whole world's gone to hell at this point, so there's probably no one left to take responsibility for it. There's a couple of dust masks. Not sure if we're gonna need those. It might do us some good in case we run into any smoke though, so who knows. So that leads to the outside world. Have I scoured everything here? Might as well close the rest of these windows up, you never know. Ah, safety glasses and a 2x4. Steel-toed boots. More 2x4. And this seemed to be a garage door, so no wonder why they're all metal. So there's components for wiring and electronics and all that. Who knows where it might come in useful. DIY compendium, there's a 2x4 here, there's a lawnmower here, hot plates. Hot plates will be useful if we need to eat stuff. And this looks like a bear trap. And then I realized that we can't do some things. Now I do hate vegetables, so I guess I'll be dropping that tin can of corn. Don't like tin can of corn. Don't like corn. What else can we remove? There's not really much. I mean, most of this stuff's pretty useful. I highly doubt I'll be needing the vacuum sealer anytime soon. So we'll just leave those there. Steel-toed boots. Wonder if we can compare those to how our regular boots are. Right now, they're a bit heavier. They do provide more warmth, and they also provide more protection against the environment and to bashing and cutting. So it'd be nice for avoiding getting chomped. I need to drop my boots first. There we go. See if we can't... Nope. There's no adjusting our boots just yet. We'll live with that. Fungicide. What is that? It is an agricultural grade chemical antifungal powder designed to destroy infections in plants. Who knows where that might come in handy, so we'll take it along. Now as to what we can create, not too much right now. So let's mark this off as looted. And we'll proceed north. And hopefully not get murdered by a bunch of zombies. Some zombies you can spot from a while away, but for others you can't spot them at all, and that is a problem. Also a cougar. It's hostile. And I still have my makeshift crowbar out. So take out our nice spear. And of course it leapt. So I'm going to just place down a bear trap. And it's got snapped. And I still can't hit it. It's kind of stuck on the spot, so I might as well throw whatever I can on it. Oh, oh wow, that bear trap's gone. That is a sidewalk now. Now... what can we do now? I suppose... there isn't really much we can do. We'll take our caffeinated chewing gum and run for it, I guess. If we can get inside the house, we won't have to worry about it. Had to smash it on our way through, but what are you gonna do about it? Either that cougar's running away or it's coming to charge in for another attack. Doesn't look like it though. Got some oatmeal here. Tuna fish here. Rotten curry. Ideally we'd like to avoid the rotten stuff. There's also salt water here. Not sure if you'd like to drink that. Coffee syrup. I have no idea what coffee syrup does. I can't imagine, you know, adding more sugar to the darn thing. So, with that, we shall check our map. Yes. There's a charcoal smoker. We don't need that unless we're planning to store meats and perishables for long amounts of time. There's a screwdriver. I think I already have a screwdriver though. I think? No, I do not. Might as well take one. Here's a mop. And a small cardboard box of french fries. And that takes up quite a bit of space. And there is something looking after us. I assume that is the cougar that we met briefly. And here is a firecracker. It's bound to make a lot of noise. So best to be ready for that. There's a window here. Contact lenses. Don't need those. Don't need eyeglasses either. And that is a syringe. Hasn't got anything worth using, so not gonna try. Baseball cap. And a book about how to succeed in business. I really need to succeed in business. Saline eye drops. Not sure why you'd use that. So let's pick it up and take a quick look at it before we drop it again. It is used to treat dry eyes or to wash out contaminants. I suppose if someone spits at us and makes us blind for a moment, that could come in handy. And let's head on downstairs and take a look around. Using our superior night vision, of course. A brass catcher. I suppose that's to catch ejected cartridges. Rifle primer. More gun stuff, really. There's a lot of gun stuff. Ah, and ammunition. That could come in handy. If I could find a silencer. I mean, what am I gonna do with any of this stuff? Guns are in the back. M14, a G3. I don't know how most of these guns perform anyway, but who knows. One thing this game tends to do is to give you a bunch of guns and all of the wrong ammunition. It's not as simple as just picking stuff up and using it. Seems a bit odd that some of these guns have range of 0 though. Might be a glitch on someone's part. See if we can find some ammo for it. Hit the / key, we can take a look at everything that's around and see if there's anything that we could use. As predicted, it seems that none of this ammunition is meant to go with this. So I guess I'll be dropping this weapon. M14 G3. 1, 2. The M14 is cheaper than the G3. The G3 adds some base damage. It has a bit of dispersion, and it also has quite a bit of recoil. It also takes a bit longer to reload. The M14 seems to be the gun that came after the M1. It is a semi-automatic rifle favoured for its accuracy and modular use. Suppose that could come in handy. Provided I could hold it. So I might just make a note on the map to indicate, yes, there are guns here. Just go up one level, give it a note, and mark it with guns here. Ammo here as well, but that's not really the point. Hammer, wrench, aluminium bat, machete, wooden tonfa, wrench, throwing axes, hammers, baseball bats even. Archery for kids. Yep. So I guess that wraps this basement up. Might as well head up above ground. It is 7:30 PM. It is extremely dark out. And I'm neither hungry nor thirsty at the very moment. So might as well go out into the world. Take a look up along the street. Still got a few houses up this way before we reach the outskirts altogether. Over to this side is our military bunker, and that is a science lab over there. probably don't want to venture too far into those, unless I want to get killed. Let's break into this house, this abandoned house that is, and see if we can get in. There we go. First thing we see, a jug of ammonia, bottle of honey, red sauce, and a glass jar. I can probably think that the bottle of honey is probably gonna last a while, even if the jar is pretty poor in design. Close off these windows here. Nicotine gum and cough syrup. Don't need the either right now. Don't need more saline eye drops. And that is a boomer. And I'm not equipped for boomers, because they will explode. And I don't have anything to throw at it, particularly. So probably best to gain some distance. Activate some caffeinated chewing gum and run for it. Hopefully draw him outside and lose him. Of course we can still hear him, but it's unlikely he's gonna be able to chase us through the house again. Alpha Male Quarterly. Children's book. What was the description for this thing? There's a brief article about hiking and a list of simple wilderness survival tips somewhere between the photos of bikini-clad women and the gadget advertisements. Could be handy, I guess. Perhaps, but probably not. Motorcycle helmet. Could be useful for defense, but not really gonna account for it. Hard leg guards. Just defend our legs. That's a flaw. That's a scarf? What am I looking at here? Cell phone, scarf, left gloves. Speaking of which, I think I can equip my pocket watch. Can I wear it? Nope. I know that with some things you can equip and you don't have to waste any volume with those. That's the rock I threw at the boomer earlier. So I've locked the boomer out of his own house. That's a good thing. And this house is as empty as ever, so that's great. There is this dark cola though, so I suppose there's that. What would be the first thing to go in all this? Probably the water at the very bottom since I already opened it. But I'm not too thirsty, so we'll leave it for another time. A wolf suit. Someone was into cosplay. It is a full-body fursuit. It is quite encumbering and has very little storage, but is very warm. Might be useful for more colder days, but it's only 17 degrees. It's not freezing point, it's 17 degrees above freezing point. I never really understood the idea of using Fahrenheit as a measuring unit. But, who knows, you might find it more useful than I do, that's for sure. So let's mark this up as looted. No guns here, just a bunch of stuff. So, let's get out and find another house to break into, which should be not too far. Right, we still have our crowbar, so let's break it open. And hopefully we won't encounter a zombie this time living in this house. They tend to smell more than they actually have to look, so I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here. I grabbed a runner pack, and hopefully I can put this one on, because I'm wearing a lot of stuff. Well, that is, you know, in most typical cases I tend to find a second backpack to wear, but not this time, so I've got this stuff instead. I'd sell it to make a better fit, but it's a bit dark. More beer. Batteries! That'll come in handy for electronics and all that. More dark cola. You put your eyeglasses in amongst your pants, your shorts, and your t-shirt. And a bra. There's a BB gun. We know how useless they are, so let's just avoid those. Lemon lime soda. More eyeglasses. Orange soda. Cans and aluminium drink cans are pretty much the same icon in this game. There's some more thread, and there's a towel in case we get wet. We can dry ourselves off. There's some vitamins floating in amongst the water. Can't drink that water. Well, at least we shouldn't be drinking the water. But if I get desperate, then we probably won't have much of a choice in that. There's a mystery novel here. Not sure how I can see that, but I guess that's my night vision for you. Potato chips. Nothing quite like junk food. There's also a steak knife. Don't need that, since we have a combat knife. Tinned sardines. Canned pineapple. Well, they're both canned, but I'm not sure where to draw the line between tinned and canned. That is some pickled herring. I probably wouldn't like that very much. There's some condensed milk as well. And more potato chips. And there's some rotten hot dogs. That's a sad sight. Over in the pantry, we've got more pots and frying pans. We've got some disgusting sandwich material. We've also got some rotten cider and some imperial stout, which I'm not too sure what it's supposed to be. I'm assuming that's some kind of alcohol. That might come in handy if I need a glass container at some point. We have some raw spaghetti and some seasoned salt. Not too essential. There's some cereal there. And that looks about it for this room. Have I seen everything there is to see? It seems like it. Check the south side. Just in case. Yep, there's beer, there's sneakers. And that's it from this house. Might as well escape it and call it a day in that house. And let's head west. We shall soon have this entire street scavenged. Of course, our skill in survival has reduced. Not sure what affects these things. Skill in surviving the wilderness and crafting various survival items. Okay, let's break through. And try and get through here. Maybe we can cook up something. Just to increase our cooking skills. There's a fur hat here. India Pale Ale. That's another thing I don't recognise either. Close off all those windows. That's probably a door to the backyard. More suits. Don't need to wear a suit. As much as it look fancy. Probably wouldn't do much. This is the bathroom. It's a very long bathroom. It's got a towel and it leads to the basement. Just great. Wonder if I could cook anything with what I've got. I can make spezzy, which is orange soda and dark cola. Apparently it tastes great. So, it seems that cooking this stuff, I'm just a little bit short of what I need. Although, it looks like I get pretty close if I set something alight. But I need something to set alight first. I don't exactly have paper just hanging around, but I guess I could use a rag if I get desperate. First things first, check the basement. You never know what's there. Self-esteem for dummies, 101 wrestling moves. Here's another lighter, and there's a desert eagle. More renowned for its appearance than actual damage ability according to the description. So, I just picked up a lighter. So now I have 2 full lighters, just in case I need to set something on fire. More eye drops. Here's some more thread. There's a box of sugar. Some broth that hasn't gone bad just yet. More vitamins. And there's a couple of beds here. I might sleep here for the night, but probably after I feel tired. I don't think there's much in terms of resources down here. So, yeah. So, is there anything else to this house? And if not, can we use most of this? More raw spaghetti. There's a rotten sandwich. Rotten pudding. Rotten cider. Rotten juice. All of it's rotten. That's just a pity. I mean, we don't really have much to enjoy in terms of the apocalypse. The fact that food goes bad as well is not exactly the best of things. Might as well seal off the exits, just in case. You never know when someone's going to come around and might want to come banging on our basement door. Let's just activate this briefly and make sure that no one's trying to kill us. And with that in mind, let's flicker it off, grab our cardboard box of sugar, and maybe we can burn it. That should burn well. So, activate our lighter, set it on fire, and we can probably cook something, like popcorn. Oh, there's also smoke. I shouldn't have done it inside. We'll put on our dust mask and hope that it cooks. Okay, there's some spezzy. I'm not trying to put out fires. That's one thing I really should have thought about before I set that thing on fire. It's safer to cook outside than inside. So do I have popcorn now? Do I have popcorn? Just scanning the list briefly. Ah, it's the / key. Plain and unseasoned, but healthier as a result. It's junk food still. Takes away the quench. Gives us a bit of nutrition. That smoke's gonna take a while to dissipate, isn't it? It's probably gotta linger around for a bit. But I'm getting hungry, so best to eat now while the popcorn's warm. Fairly enjoyable, I think. Okay, so with that in mind, let's see what we can remove. This Imperial Stout is a resealable glass bottle that holds 750 milliliters of liquid. A very flavorful beer, black as midnight on a moonless night, and has the viscosity of oil, while very tasty as an alcohol content on level with wine. Sure, why not consume a bit of it, and then we can probably empty out the rest. I ate all of my popcorn there. So let's just empty out this Imperial Stout wherever it's gone. Alright, so we should have an empty glass bottle at this point, so I should be able to make some of that spezzy. I need to get closer to the smoke. Who would have thought? Uh-oh, and the smoke's really getting out of hand here. I might not be able to come back here for a while. But then again, it's not like it's got anything vitally important. So I'll just leave you to it. And with that, I'll remove my dust mask. As for our focus gain, it's not too bad. Every minute we gain half a point of focus. We enjoyed a hot meal, we enjoyed our popcorn. That's a good thing. Let's hope nothing sniffs us out while we're here. I didn't exactly find any beds, so I guess the only... Oh, there's this one. This leads out into the back, don't need that. So it's 9:35 PM. What can I do? Not too sure. We're not exactly out in the middle of nowhere, so let's turn on our flashlight and maybe we can craft some stuff. We can make pebbles. Useful as ammunition for slings. We are not a slinger. In terms of clothing, not too great either. I'm not gonna wear any of this stuff. Maybe I can reinforce some of the stuff that got torn during some of the fights. Like our blazer. Our t-shirt. Our pouch. Our cargo shorts and our cargo pants. And our runner's pack, which I don't have enough rags for, so I'm gonna have to break something before I do anything else. What can I disassemble right now? Not really much, it seems. That's not too good. Nothing in terms of actual construction, so maybe I can make some string. I wasted all my thread on that. But I've got plenty more thread where I came from. I'm a bit thirsty now though, so let's just turn off our flashlight, which is at battery level of 81. Not sure how we knew that, but hey, it's good to see those values. Let us take some clean water and finish it off. There we go. We have an empty plastic bottle to put stuff into now. That's good. Now, what can we eat? Let's eat the sardines. That dropped our drinking level as well. So, what can we do now? It's dark, it's 10 PM. I'm kind of through with this house. So, I guess we'll be vaulting over to the guys next door. Over the fence. Our morale is back to regular levels. I guess that morale could have gone a bit more, but I guess not. Gonna attempt to get inside the house with our makeshift crowbar again. There we go, first time lucky. We have some pale ale, rotten fried fish, beer, frozen dinners rotten as well. Got some onion rings though, I guess I could have that. There's also some grape drink, a radiated pear, there's another frying pan here, and there's a plastic bottle of lamp oil, but we don't have a lamp for it, so not really useful here. We'll take the grape drink. Sundress, leather pants, blazer. What I really should look for is a set of sunglasses. Probably improve my movement outside during the day. Here's a talking doll. Not really useful. Bandana, there's a money bundle here. Might as well take it. Briefly wander between the rooms. There's some thorazine. I assume that's some kind of drug. And it is for antipsychosis. Stabilized brain chemistry, it can arrest hallucinations and other symptoms of psychosis, but it carries a sedative effect. So, yeah, as much as we're a bit of a psychotic person, we probably won't need it. There's some vinegar. There's also cigarettes. There's bifocal glasses. There's cream soda. We'll take that. There's some bandana. There's some useless weeklies. And I've gone around in a circle. So let's head on downstairs, after closing the window, and shutting the curtains. Weird position for a window, that's for sure. And there's a zombie. So, nice spear, wielded. 24 damage, 15 damage, 16, 22, and it's dead. We'll smash it. and it wasn't carrying much aside from the cash card, we'll just butcher the corpse. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else to go after us. Otherwise, it would have prompted us. A long string. Spray cans, more plastic bottles. There's also a glow stick here, but we won't need those. Recoil stock. A forward grip. These would be useful if I had a gun. More corn, there's spam, clam chowder, graham crackers, toast pastry, powdered eggs. Oh, bandages. Also aspirin. Disinfectant, that would be useful. There's also caffeine pills here. Oh. Well, that might come in useful. And it seems that there is someone else in this basement with me. According to the sound. There's some cooking oil here. There's also some vitamins. There's also caffeine pills. There we go. And someone is breaking all the metal shelvings. And I see why. There we go. Not really much in terms of actual stuff though. We'll butcher the corpse. Just to be on the safe side this time around. Not that we're going to eat it. It's probably dangerous to eat zombie meat. After all, they are also formerly human. It's still fairly consistent temperatures. Not too bad. We'll just mark this as lucid. And I guess we can call it a night. Perhaps. What else could I do? I suppose I should set up a nail board traps around the stairs. That way I don't have any troubles with the zombies tonight. We'll have to disarm them in the morning though. That ought to keep the monsters away. So, perhaps we can read something. Well, I would if I actually brought a book with me. Oh well. So much for reading. So, we'll just take stock of what might go first. Not really much is designed to perish. Yeah, I'll call it for now. I'm Cataclysm, and you've been watching Dark Days Ahead, aka Cataclysm. I'll see you next time.